The Skrillex tutorial syndrome. I think you guys have already seen this and probably know what I'm going to talk about, but there's hundreds and thousands of Skrillex tutorials, vocal chops, growls, basses, mixing, drums, leads, everything that Skrillex does, there's a tutorial on it, and it's getting a bit saturated. And I'm part of the problem. I've been making a few Skrillex tutorials now because it's really easy to just put Skrillex on the thumbnail, even if the bass sounds nothing like Skrillex, and it's gonna get so many views because so many of you guys are gonna click the video and are gonna watch it. And I bet right now that this video is gonna do really good just because it's gonna have Skrillex in the title, it's gonna have Skrillex in the thumbnail. And since I just mentioned Skrillex and talking about this situation and this problem, it's gonna get so much views and people are gonna watch this video. And it's a bit frustrating because you go into YouTube to find a really cool tutorial and you find mediocre bass tutorials that just mention Skrillex just to get that clickbait factor, just get those views. And it's a really big problem on YouTube because when you post actual good tutorials, YouTube doesn't expose them, YouTube doesn't share them around, doesn't pop it up in the home tab because it's not trendy, it's not relevant, even if it has good, valuable content, and buries it down with the place YouTube leaves bad videos with, even if it's a good video. And this creates a problem because there's a lot of producers that want to learn actual knowledge and not just watch some guy recreate a Skrillex bass that has been recreated and has basically ripped off another guy's YouTube video. Yeah, I've done that before. It makes it a bit harder for YouTubers, especially niche tutorial channels, to create really good content without actually mentioning clickbait names or doing clickbait content, just because at the end of the game, this is a business. And I think one of the biggest examples of poor quality mass clickbait might be Excellent Sound. And I've never talked with Excellent Sound before, but I do want to expose their model of Skrillex thumbnails, Skrillex tutorials, and just milking Skrillex to its max potential. It gets really annoying because their success is based off Skrillex packs. So they did a few Skrillex remake packs, they sold it, they profited off it, which is completely wrong. You can't do that, bro. It's not cool. And then all they do is Skrillex tutorials, Skrillex this, Skrillex whatever. And the same thing happens with Virtual Riot and those big dubstep artist names that you just see really flashy in caps lock in the thumbnail, and you're like, whoa, Virtual Riot tutorial, let me click that. And this creates that really big mess. And I've sort of tried to stray away from this model, but it's so hard to be successful on YouTube without clickbaiting, without creating those eye-catching thumbnails. Because when you post a video that you think it's really powerful, it's really awesome, it's really interesting, and only gets a few hundred views, it gets frustrating. And you think, damn, what if I do another Virtual Riot tutorial? And you fall in this trap and this loophole. And you guys can change by watching other channels, by watching smaller YouTubers that create really cool tutorials, that create really awesome content, that don't mention Skrillex in the name. And just by searching Skrillex a little bit less, it really helps out with the algorithm. One of my most searched items is a video that I posted so long ago, which is the Skrillex Massive X Growl tutorial. That was a really, really poor tutorial that he did that has ranked so much views, and it's so on top on the channel. Like, it's crazy how many views that video gets, and it's the only massive tutorial that I've done, which I mentioned Skrillex just because I thought, hey, Skrillex, thumbnail, clickbait, yeah, that works perfect. And it's one of my most viewed videos on the channel. So it shows the problem that there really is with Skrillex tutorials. I know a lot of you guys love Skrillex. Skrillex has definitely been the go-to label in dubstep. But search something different. Search different artists. Search things that aren't as frequently searched. And you'll find so many useful information and content once you stray away from that Skrillex loophole.